Hello everyone, my name is Dave and today I'm here with you all to explain. Yesterday on LinkedIn, I just posted one thing where I was asking a simple question, a simple math. Most of the people answered correctly. Some of them are in a dilemma to get an answer. So different answers were there, and some of the people didn't comment directly on the post. Instead, they sent me a personal message because some people really don't want it to come into the picture in front of the wall. It's fine. It's okay. So anyway, the reaction to the people was good. People reacted to it to an extent. And today, I'm making this video just to give you a glimpse of why did I ask that question. Because if you look into the top side of that paragraph, I've just mentioned that we are going through a pandemic, very difficult kind of situation here now. And at the moment, the importance of the moment is your mental strength rather than your muscle strength. That was the comment that I made. So certain people asked me the question on my personal messenger, this personal chat, that what do you mean by it? What is the connection between these two math and the mental thing? So I just wanted to explain you something about a book that I've just read in the past, which was about Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. This book was, I think it was released back in 2011. It was a recapitulation of the decades of research done by two scientists, very famous of our time. Daniel Kahneman is very, very famous. And that also led to him winning the Nobel Prize for him, explaining his contribution to our current understanding of psychology and behavioral economics. So over the years, Kahneman and his colleague, whose work the book discusses at length, have significantly contributed to a new understanding of human mind. We now have a better understanding of how decisions are made, why certain judgment errors are so common, and how we can improve ourselves. So I can tell you that in that length, in that breadth of the book, the concept he was just keeping in front of everyone was quite simple. The mind operates in very, very different ways. Very, very different ways. If you understand that how it works, there is a higher chance that you can avoid mistakes. Every time we can say that a compelling drama going on in our minds, a film-like plot between two main characters with a twist, dramas, and tensions. These two characters are the impulsive, automatic, intuitive system 1 and the thoughtful, deliberate, calculating system 2. So this drama is going on all the time between system 1 and system 2. As they play off against each other, their interactions determine how we think, make judgments and decisions, and act. So let me explain you about this system 1. As I mentioned, it's a impulsive, automatic, intuitive system 1. So system 1 is a part of our brain that operates intuitively and suddenly, often without our conscious control. You can experience this system at work when you hear a very loud and unexpected sound. What do? You probably immediately and automatically shift your attention towards the sound. That's system 1. There's a huge connection with our human evolution and system number 1. Our forefathers who were living in the caves and fearing about that Bluetooth, the saber-tooth tigers, were having a greater connection because they were very attentive at that point in time. So your system 1 is having that genetic transmission from generations to generation, and still it exists. We don't know, maybe after some time there may be a correlation, or there may be an automatic emergence can come out in between these systems. Now, talking about system number 2. is what that gentleman lies in, is what we think of when we visualize the part of the brain responsible for our individual decision making, reasoning, and beliefs. It deals with conscious activities of the mind, such as self-control, choices, and more deliberate focus on attention. For instance, let me explain you a little bit more clarity. That imagine you are trying to focus on something. Anything it could be. Say you are having a habit of having alcohol at the middle of the day, soon after your lunch. Just try this out. You just have to have one drink after that. That's going on for a long time. On the other side, you have a passion. Your mind or your brain accept. You like to do something. Say, for example, for some people are listening to music, or maybe for some people getting engaged with the photography, or something new, quite new, that you bought a air drone. These days drones are very famous. You out of passion, because the beautiful videos are coming throughout from that aerial photography and stuff. So you got a new toy available now in your. Just imagine, it happened with me many times. When these new things comes in, our mind switch. Now I don't feel to go and sit there for a drink. Or on the other side, say you are on a very crowded street, you're looking for someone. You got a call saying that she's coming. And it's a fully crowded place. It's absolutely crowded. Your mind deliberately focuses on the task. It recalls characteristics of the person and anything that would help locate her. Sometimes they're on the phone, they say, as I'm having a blue colored bag on my shoulder, my dress is this, my shirt is like this, and I'm wearing a blue jeans with a bell-bottom stuff. So your brain now is on some real action at that point in time. This focus helps eliminate potential distractions. And this point in time, you never give attention to other people, those who are standing nearby you, those who are passing by, or maybe a beautiful lady, very beautiful lady is crossing by. You don't draw your attention there because your brain is focusing. Your system number 2 is in action. If you maintain this focused attention, you might spot her within a matter of minutes. Whereas if you are distracted and lose focus, you will have trouble finding her, because our system number 2 is very adamant. He wanted to take control of all attention. He wants us to do, the humans to do what he is focusing on. So we are simply drawn into her ways. I hope you understand a bit of a thing. I also wanted to tell the relationship between the two systems. The importance is that the relationship between these two systems determines how we behave in this modern world. So, to see how the two systems work, there is a famous bat and ball problem. That's what I was asking yesterday on my LinkedIn and LinkedIn page, and quite a number of people asked me what is the connection between the mental process. The bat and ball question is absolutely very famous. If you go, you can Google it out. You can have your research on YouTube. Many people are giving the simple explanations of that. But here the unknown side is, in this book, Daniel Kahneman has just mentioned about the bat and ball problem. Because when you read the problem, a bat and ball cost $1.10. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost? Most of the time, people come up with an answer of 0.10, because the question is very simple. 1.10 is the total cost. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. So we try to depend on the bat costs $1, so the remaining 0.10 is the cost for the ball. So if that is happening in your brain, I can tell you that it's a result of the intuitive and automatic system number 1. And it's wrong. The correct answer, as plenty of mentioned over there, is 0.05. And even someone provided with a explanation and the algebra and everything. 2x is so and so x divided by 2, so it comes with an answer of 0.05. So what happened was that your impulsive system 1 took control and automatically answered by relying on intuition. But it answered too fast. You say that immediately as soon as you see the question on the Facebook or my Instagram page, some of people just jumped in and answered it. So what happened was that your impulsive system 1 took control and automatically answered by relying on intuition. But it answered too fast. That we have to understand. Usually, when faced with a situation it can't comprehend, System 1 calls on System 2 and work out the problem. But in the bat and ball problems, System 1 is strict. It perceives the problem as simpler than it is and incorrectly assumes it can handle by its own. The issue the bat and ball problem exposes is our innate mental laziness. When we use our brain, we tend to use the minimum amount of energy possible for each task. This is known as the law of least effort, as per Daniel Kahneman. There are different terms, priming and least effort and stuff like that. So this is known as the law of least effort of our brain. The system number 1 and system number 2, it always chooses the path where the less energy will be there. It correctly implicates the laziness of our brain actually. When we use our brain, we tend to use the minimum amount of energy possible for each task. This is known as the law of effort, the least effort. Because checking the answer with system 2 would use more energy. Our mind wouldn't do it when it thinks it can just get by with system 1. The laziness is unfortunate because using system 2 is an important aspect of our intelligence. Research shows that practicing system 2 tasks like focus and self-control lead to higher intelligence scores. The bat and ball problems illustrates this, as our minds could have checked the answer by using system 2 and thereby avoiding making this common error. By being lazy and avoiding using system 2, our mind is limiting the strength of our intelligence. So this is what is happening in this common world most of the time. Even for the crime scenes, say I'm a friend of with someone, and at a certain point in time there is an argument, there's a quarrel, and we don't match each other every time we fight. Certain times you see in the movie and on the radio and on television that the closer friend and one guy killed the other one. All this comes up within that fraction of a second. The brain just snaps something quick. Take a decision, okay, kill that guy. I want to kill him. I don't want him to live. As a matter of vengeance, as a matter of pride. So all these, you are just a commodity, a results of those reactions. Everything that you show, your anger, your laziness, your pleasure, happiness, sadness, everything comes out from your brain. The reaction of your face, the smile. So how those guys behave inside dictates overall what you are. What's the connection between this system number 1 and system number 2? Entirely plot about your behavior, about your character, about your personality. So I hope you understood the reason why I asked that question yesterday. So I hope you all enjoying. And as you all know, in these difficult times, please be safe. Keep that social distancing. Follow the government orders and be safe. Be safe for yourself and be responsible for others as well. And I hope you a great weekend. And this is the Ramadan period is it's coming so soon. I know that everybody's going to enjoy that period. I wish everyone a happy Ramadan Kareem. We will see you soon with another episode of our podcast. Take care. Bye-bye.